This year's January was a pretty exciting month for everyone who is interested in German Smash. Next to the new power ranking, we also have 3 large tournaments to look at, and all of them had some really interesting sets. I'll walk you through those tournaments and tell you what you missed, in case you didn't get to watch them. First off, let's talk about the new PR. If you watched my video on my personal top 20 ranking, then you're not going to be too surprised about where people are placed in this PR, but it's still pretty fun to look at. It is also a really good basis for comparing the players' wins and losses at the tournaments I'm going to talk about. The year started off with 2 big tournaments happening on the same weekend, Valhalla and Cathletic. Since Valhalla took place in Copenhagen, only I think about 7 German players entered the tournament, while most of the other Germans went to Cathletic. Cathletic played out without any huge upsets. The only big things that happened were that Miriam got his first win against Däumling by beating him in losers quarters, and also the fact that SchlimmShady finally did it. He finally won a tournament. He had gotten second place so many times, but at this event he made it into winners semis, lost 1 set to Blaze, won the rematch against Blaze in losers finals, and then beat Kellner twice to win grands. I'm super happy that he finally managed to close out a tournament, and if he can continue doing this well against the Peaches, he might be a lot higher on the next PR. Valhalla was interesting in the sense that we got to see a couple of our players match up against the amazingly good players from Northern Europe that you always hear about but never get to play against. My own performance was decent. Initially I was the 8th seed for the tournament until some people complained about it, and then they changed my seed so that I was projected to get like 13th place I think. Still got first in my pool and then beat Acid Loveboy and Hack before losing to Profan winners. In losers I got wins over Frenzy and Stacks before losing to Dady for 9th place, which is a decent performance. My original bracket was supposed to be a lot easier, so I'm still happy about making it this far. Guess I'll just get top 8 next time. Stevo showed up extremely strong at Valhalla too. He lost a close set to Paju in pools, got sent to losers by Jim Morrison, but then defeated Jack and Xardov before losing to Humpe for 25th place. Another Berlin smasher, Imperfect, managed to get 25th with solid wins over Casper V and Kikoman. The 3rd, or technically 4th, German smasher who managed to get out of pools is Komori. He was the 4th seed in his pool, but still managed to make it into bracket by beating everyone in his pool except for Jim Morrison. He also managed to win 1 set in losers, giving him 33rd place. This is extremely good considering how he was seeded, and I hope he can continue doing this well. The 3rd and last German major of this month was Trophy Garden. 11 of the 20 PR players all met up in Hamburg to duke it out once more. Unlike Cathletic, this tournament had actual upsets happen. Here is a table with all the relevant upsets that happened. The, in my opinion, biggest one is Virgil beating SchlimmShady 2-0 in pools. I don't think most players had even heard of Virgil before, and since SchlimmShady got first in this pool anyways, this upset did not really end up having a real impact on the tournament. Kaze, or Kaze as we Germans like to call him, almost got first in his own pool. He lost an extremely close set 2-1 to Karon, and literally took Miriam apart right after in a swift 2-0. He won his first winners match 3-0 over Razem as well, and his run ended in 13th place after losing to Kellner and Blaze. With his 9th place finish at Pixelpokal and his 13th place here at Trophy Garden, Kaze is already making a serious argument for being a part of the next German top 20. Miriam didn't have the greatest showing at Trophy Garden, losing to Kaze and Karon in pools, getting sent into losers by Kukin and going out in 17th place after losing to Imperfect, but since his performance at Cathletic was pretty good, it almost kind of evens out I guess. Däumling's 9th place looks bad on paper, but really isn't awful at all. The only 2 sets he lost were to Kellner and a very close set versus Blaze. The reason he had to play Blaze this early was because Stevo managed to show us another great performance after Valhalla, beating Blaze 3-2 in his 6th set in winners round 2. His winners round 1 set against Alter Digger is also straight up a Falco combo video, so go watch that if you like seeing a Falco combo in other Spacey. For SchlimmShady, Trophy Garden was the perfect ending to his month. He only placed below Ice and over Triforce and beat Däumling, Stevo, Fatman Spam and Kellner to make it into 3rd place. His showing in bracket really made up for that awful loss in pools. It's going to be really interesting to see if any German players except for Ice will be able to stop him in the future. To summarize, I think it's safe to say that January was SchlimmShady's month. At the moment it seems like he's got the Peach and Icy's matchup down to his science. We saw him do extremely well at both Cathletic and Trophy Garden, and I feel like we've got a few really cool months ahead of us. Maybe even I can come back and be the savior that German Melee needs to free us of our Dr. Mario overlord. I don't think there are going to be any big tournaments in February, except for Phoenix Blue in Sweden, but I think Timmy and I are the only German-speaking Smashers who are going to that. But March is definitely going to be sick as hell, with both Smash and Wittenberg 4 and Respawn 6 happening within 2 weeks of each other. So definitely look out for that. Thank you all for watching.